Yo, what's going on YouTube? Just JK and welcome back to my channel for another GTA 5 video, and in today's video we're going to be looking at the Dinka Jester RR, which you can see is in the sports category. So as you can see from standard, this car is very beautiful, obviously based around the brand new Supra. And this Dinka Jester is going to set you back $1.9 million, and you can purchase it from Legendary Motorsports. Now for that sort of price, it is going to be a direct competitor to Comet S2, with that it being around about the same price and also in the same category. But I'm excited about customising this vehicle, so let's get to it. So as always, we're going to start with 100% body armour. We're going to get the race brakes, and then we're going to move on to the front bumpers. So there's loads of options for the bumpers. I'm just going to skip through them so you can see. They look like they're all split options at the moment, not an actual bumper change, which is, you know, it is a shame, because it is nice to see different options where the bumper actually changes the look and you don't just get an additional splitter. But looking at them, my favourite is probably this aggressor splitter, so I'm going to go with that one. Then we move on to the rear bumper, so it looks like it's the same sort of story as what it is with the front. It is just a diffuser at the back. These are more diffuser options, but then you move down. These are cool though. I do like the primary focus rear diffuser. Probably going with the carbon version of that. So then we do a good option for canards. I'm not a usual fan of these, but let's have a look and see what they look like. And that's strange that we don't get just a plain carbon version. We do get the GT canards, which are just black, but we don't get just a plain carbon version to match the rest of the splitters. So that's kind of strange, but you know, I'm not going to get canards anyway, so it's not really a big issue for me. Then we move on to the engine. You must have seen all of these options before. I'm just going to go and purchase the ones at the bottom. You don't really need to see them. You've seen them 1,000 times if you've watched or customized any new vehicle from this tuners update. Then we're going to go to the engine tunes and get the level 4 engine upgrade. So the next option we've got is the exhaust. I'm going to accelerate so you can see what we're looking at. So the stock exhaust is actually quite nice. Oh that titanium one looks awesome. So they're all like quad exhaust at the moment. Then we've got the oval doubles and the quads again. So nothing too crazy at the moment. And then you come down to the big bores. The big bores look awesome on this car, and it's definitely something I'm going to go for. So we are just going to go with the chromed big bore exhausts. Headlights, so we do get all the headlight tints, which is cool. Then we move on to the hood catchers. We're going to go with these latched hood pins. Then we've got the hood itself, so we've got the carbon version of the stock, and then the hang on a second, what's the difference? Oh, there we go, so we've got ridges in the stock one, then it smooths out completely. Then we've got a carbon version of that. Then we've got the ones with the vents on the side, then the carbon version. So there's some nice options by the looks of it. Obviously you get the standard and then the carbon. That looks like an old school Supra hood. Looks kind of strange on this car though, to be fair. This stream vented hood looks mean as all hell, so we're going to go with that one. So then we do get an interior option like we do on all of them. I'm not really going to change anything because look at that. I mean, it gives you some switches. I mean, unless you're playing first person, you're not really going to worry about it. Same with the dash. Not bothered. I'd rather keep it the same colour as the rest of the car. For the dials, again, not my sort of thing, man. I mean, I don't play in first person, so this isn't going to affect me. I'm just going to scroll through them so you can see what the options are. But like I've said already, if you've seen any of these customization videos before, not just mine but anyone's, you'll know exactly what we're going to get inside them. But the seats we are going to change to this new option. I don't think I've seen these seats on any other vehicle. The rally bucket seats, they look awesome. Steering wheels again are all the same sort of options, but we're going to stay stock. Then the roll cage, hopefully we can get just a half cage. If we can't, then we're not going to get one at all, which we can't, so we're not going to get a roll cage. Then we've got the lights, headlights, we're going to go with the Xeon headlights. Then we're going to move on to the livery. Hopefully we can get some sort of livery which matches the new Supra from the Fast and Furious 9, whereas he has an orange car, but then he's got like a black decal across the bonnet. Whether we can get that, I'm not really sure. And we do get the old school Supra decals on here, which is pretty cool. So there are some nice decals on here. You know, the standard sort of like rally looking ones, and then they've got the geometric ones. This is cool, the split ones, the new split decals that they're bringing out into GTA is pretty smart. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like we get that livery that I was talking about. You know, the one from F9 where it's got a black part on the bonnet. We don't get that, so that's a little bit disappointing. Next option we've got is Louvers. I don't know actually, I think Louvers look okay on this. I don't hate it. Yeah, let's go with Louvers. Then we've got the mirror options, we've got the primary mirrors, and then the carbon mirrors. We're going to go carbon mirrors to match the rest of the bits and pieces I've added. Then for the respray, we're going to go primary colour and a metallic for this. Not really sure what colour I'm going to go for, so I'm going to have a little skip through and see what suits it. Well, no, so if I'm honest, guys, I don't think a lot of colours actually do suit this car, which is a shame because, you know, you get them certain cars where you can literally put any colour on them and it would look good. In my opinion, this only looks good on a certain amount of colours, orange being one of them. Yellow's a cool colour on this, and white. So I did opt for the frost white colour on this one, and then we're going to go to the secondary and metallic again, and then also go frost white. Next option we've got is the trim colour. As you can see, it is red at the moment, and I thought anthracite black is the best option for this one. Then we got a roof option, roof fins. We're not going to get a roof fin because I just think they look silly. I mean, if you don't need a roof fin, then why have one? Then we've got the roof itself. We've got the carbon. Carbon actually looks really good. I like how that ties in with the louvers at the back, man. And then we get different rivets in the roof as well. So we can get a smooth carbon. I do like the bevel option. Let's go with that. Then we've got the side skirts. We've got stock, primary extenders. So it looks like a lot of these are just going to be extenders rather than an actual change, which is, you know, to be expected really with these sort of vehicles. I mean, because it's like a modern car, you don't really get options where you can change the actual look of what's there. You just get like extended parts, which is very appropriate to the time that we live in and customization. A lot of people don't buy new parts for cars. They just, like in regards to bumpers, they don't buy an aftermarket bumper. They'll just buy a splitter to go on their stock bumper. That's just the way car culture is today. So, you know, it kind of makes sense for Rockstar to do this with modern day vehicles like this and leave like the crazy customizations for the older looking cars. But we are just going to go with the carbon extended skirt. Then we've got the spoiler options. I don't think it really needs a spoiler, to be honest, but we'll look at them anyway. So the carbon deck lids are pretty decent. Wow, that actually looks really cool, man. I like the look of that. Then we get a full carbon version of that, which looks awesome as well. Then we get like the old school Super Wing and a carbon version of that garage spoiler, and that is it. That actually looks quite smart, to be fair. So some of these track attack style spoilers can look out of place on certain vehicles in GTA, where Rockstar have kind of just added them as, you know, a thing, and it doesn't really sit right on a lot of the vehicles. But on this one, I think they've done it well, and it actually suits the vehicle really nicely. So, you know, I've got the louvers, I've got all the splitters and the diffusers. Why not go with a track attack wing? Let's go with it. So then we get a sun strip option. Could go with a Fukaru negative. Then we've got the suspension. We are going to go with a competition suspension and a race transmission, and also the turbo tuning. So then we get a vent brace. Oh, nice. So we get like the little vent brace at the bottom, which is pretty cool. Something that I wasn't really expecting, to be honest. I mean, it's a cool option of this there, but, you know, not for me, so I'm going to leave it. The wheels we'll look at when we get outside of LS Customs, because if you've seen any of my previous videos, you know that I'm in story mode and I've had to use Script Hook 5 to get this vehicle into the game. And in story mode, you don't get the new category of wheels, that being the street and the track. So I'm going to leave the wheels until after. So then that brings us down to the windows. We're going to go and get the light smoke window tint, and that is it, my dudes, for inside of LS Customs. As you pull out, you'll see how beautiful this Jester RR is, man. It looks awesome.
Go ahead and hit that like button so we can hack the algorithm and get more views. Thank you.
So let's get it over here and let's get into the Script Hook 5 menus mod, and let's customize these wheels. So there you go, that's a little bit better. We've got the Hype 5 in carbon black, so as you can see, this vehicle is very beautiful. Let's take it for a little spin and see what we think. Now, acceleration is a little bit torquey, so you can feel the wheel spin as you pull off there, but as you accelerate, you can feel that picks up really nicely. Over 100 miles per hour with ease. No worries whatsoever there. It feels solid left to right as well. Let's go around here, see how we feel. Turning circle's a little bit heavy, a little bit wide, but, you know, nothing to worry about. It feels good. Yeah, man, like I said, acceleration's awesome. Handling feels good. Traction feels good. It just feels like it sticks to the road. And it looks like top speed is going to be decent as well. Now, I haven't seen any official testing videos on these vehicles, so I'm just going on my own opinion. This feels decent, man. I mean, 1.9 mil. I think it's going to be close to the Comet S2. I mean, I think the Comet S2 feels a little bit better in my opinion. So I think out of those two, I'd probably go with the S2 just because I think it just feels a little bit more capable. But, you know, I'm not going to say this is going to be any sort of slouch by any stretch of the imagination. This is going to be an awesome sports car in any sort of race, but I think the best way to do this is to compare it to the S2, and I think the S2 just feels slightly better. This feels a little bit heavy, whereas the S2 feels a little bit more nimble, you know, but both two awesome vehicles. This is awesome. I mean, it's so good that Rockstar have actually released it into the game. Brand new Supra, weren't really expecting it. So yeah, thumbs up for Rockstar for that. Would I recommend this vehicle? Yes, I would. I mean, 1.9 mil is a lot of money, but it is an awesome sports car, what you're getting back. Like I said, I don't think it's quite as good as the S2, so if you had to choose between one or the other, I'd go with the S2, just my personal preference. I think it just feels a little bit nicer, and I also think it looks a little bit nicer as well. But I'd give this a solid 8 out of 10 rating, because it looks decent from stock. It looks awesome after you customised it. There's some decent customization options, and the performance is bang on. So with that all being said, my dudes, that is going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys did enjoy this one. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, and if you haven't already, why not subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this. And until next time, I'm out. Adios.